Well, today's what, September 3rd, Tuesday, right? I'm on my way back to Port Huron. So I got up at 5 o'clock in Cambridge, went to get fuel. It was $15.9 Canadian, so basically $1 Canadian per liter. And then bobtailed to Ajax, where I delivered my previous load. And for some reason they decided to let me take their trailer. And actually the other guy, the American guy, was saying something about that this Paver that I'm picking up is pretty bad for the, for the equipment. And so basically I went back and I picked up the same Aspen. Just that, of course, so it doesn't cost me anything, so my trailer is not gonna be damaged. The only thing is that it was 90 miles from Cambridge to Ajax, and then of course 90 miles back, so 180 miles. But the good news is that on the way back, so we're gonna transload, right? So the guy is waiting in Port Huron with the machine on his trailer, so we're gonna unload his trailer, reload it on this trailer, and then I'm gonna drive back to Ajax and drop it there, and then I'm gonna bobtail home, right? And this thing, the valve was leaking air like crazy. We couldn't figure out what was going on, like the main valve over here. And then I realized it was because of the stinger, because this is empty, right? And when it's empty, it tries to lift the trailer, and so I just killed airbags. I flipped this one, and when I flip this one and I see that it's not jumping, nothing, it's cool, but basically it's not working. It's not taking any weight from the, because that's what I was trying to do. It was pushing down into the ground, right? And it was trying to raise the trailer, and the trailer was constantly leaking air, and as soon as I turn this off, everything is cool. So now we're just basically driving. This thing is just rolling behind, so that's what's going on. And so I just stopped here at Woodstock. This is Woodstock, Ontario, TA. And over here, fuel is $1.20, $19.9, so 5 cents more, or 4 cents. And from here it's 100 miles to the border, so now I just want to go and have quick breakfast, and then we should be good to go. I'll meet up with the guy in Port Huron, grab that machine, and I need to cross back today because I have an appointment tomorrow for my plates. My international plates, you have to pay and renew them every year. And so I have an appointment tomorrow for 9:30 at the MTO or DOT office in Kitchener. Gotta go pay the money, and my plates will be active for 1 more year, so we can keep making money. All right, 53 kilometers. So 100 miles is 160 kilometers. So less than 100 miles. So the guy's waiting for me at the hotel. So he's basically, this American guy, he went to Tennessee, and he loaded that Paver on his trailer, and now the freight broker says he was sitting there at the border in Port Huron since Thursday. Oh boy, that's a long time to sit. I cannot help but marvel at this idea of the Stinger. It's actually, the trailer is actually turning shorter, at a shorter radius than
In 200 meters, turn left onto Mill Street, County Road 12.
than when you have a Tridem, just 3 axles, right? Because this one pushes the trailer sideways. You know, it's so much easier to drive like this.
Take the next left onto Mill Street, County Road 12. In 200 meters, take the Ontario Corridor westbound to London. Take the Ontario Corridor westbound. Continue for 800 meters.
So this is
In 600 meters, merge onto Ontario Corridor west.
this is 401 West. So leaving Woodstock, next big city is or town is London. London, Ontario, 50 kilometers, 30 miles. And then after that, from London, we leave 401 and we go on 402. You see that sign over there? 402 Sarnia, exit 45 kilometers. So that's where I'm going, because once I come to Sarnia, that's where the border is. They have this, what is it, Ohio River? No, not Ohio. What is it? You know, the big bridge, right? The Blue Water Bridge. And Port Huron is on the other side. And we're gonna set our cruising speed at 97 kilometers per hour, so 60 miles per hour. And I just hope that they don't have that traffic jam at the border again. Because recently, each time I come to the border, for some reason, either on the American side or Canadian side, it takes forever to get to the actual, you know, to the toll booth where you pay for the bridge. No, actually, yeah, today it's already, it's back to school, right? So there should be much less traffic, because most people are now, like, at least kids are at school, so the parents should be home as well, I think, right? And you see they're working on the pavement over here. It's what they call it, milling. Kind of like over here, it's very rough, whereas on the left, you see the left lane is brand new asphalt. Jeep. So yeah, I got approved. I got approved by the financing company for the Jeep and the flip box. So the approval is in place, and I don't have to pay them any money until the Jeep is ready, which is like 4 months down the road. I will have to give them like what, 8 grand, 9 grand, 8 grand Canadian, which is the sales tax, and I get it back in 2 weeks. After that, I get it back, maybe 4 weeks. But basically, I pay it. I just have to pay it, and then I claim it and I get it back. But still, you have to have it, right? If you don't have that 8,000, you cannot have the Jeep. Now I'm running into a small issue here with the Stinger, with the spreader, because they were not able to finance it, right? So I have to give them lots of cash up front and then the 50% after. So it's a lot of money. And I said, guys, I gotta do a couple of trips, because I had the money, and then I remember that I'm doing my plates, you know, the IRP. So tomorrow I have an appointment, right? I have to pay for the plates for the next year, and that was insurance. The truck payment is on September 6th. So basically the approval is in place, but you know, we can do the Jeep, but they want money for the Stinger. And I said, just give me a week, couple of weeks, you'll have your money. So I think everything should be okay. And this trip will help to kind of like replenish my cash reserves. So now we just need to meet up with that guy in Port Huron, and I hope that I can find him. And it's gonna be a long day, because he didn't want to send his trailer like we did last time, right? When I just took his trailer into Canada and then brought it back, but that's a lot of miles. And so this time we have to reload. We have to unload the machine from his trailer and then load it on my trailer, secure it, and then drive it to Canada. Well, just as I was afraid, there's a jam right before the border. See that river? The river is the border. The blue thing, the blue arrow is my truck, and you can see in the mirror how many trucks are behind me over there. And this lane is open, but I cannot see. I'm pretty sure it's only for cars, and this one is for fast trucks, you know, fast. If you have a special ID and you have a fast load, it's a special designation. And what does it say here? Plus 21 minutes. See, these guys are flying. Always something at this border. back in Canada. Just coming to the end of Highway 402. I need to get to my yard tonight because tomorrow I have to be at that important interview for the plate. Well, it's not an interview, right? They just print out your new cab card, and mine is still valid, I think, until the end of September. Got an email from the trailer guy where I told him that I don't have the required 10 grand. And he says, well, I want to get the ball rolling. How much you have? Okay, so now we're talking. So they want to, I guess they want this order to be completed by the end of the year, you know? Because all the statistics, right, all the sales numbers, they will start again as of January 1st. And so actually now is a good time to buy stuff, because you can get, you know, a discount. Well, I don't know if they will give me a discount, but at least sounds like they're willing to take less money up front, which will give me, you know, more time to find the rest of the cash by the time this thing is built. But basically, yeah, so the approval is in place. That was the most important thing, and that's why I could not go with Fontaine, right? Because this lady that approved me, she works for the trailer guy. Actually, I asked her, I said, you know, since it looks like you're like a third-party financing company, can we do maybe Fontaine? And she says no, because I was given your information by this trailer guy, so I'm working for him now. And I said, okay, no problem. So that was the thing, you know, financing. It was very difficult to find a company willing to lend me more money, taking into account, you know, that I have the pretty much new truck, trailer, you know. It's a lot of payments. But I did it. Thanks to my parents for, you know, bringing such a handsome child to the world. But I find that, you know, my natural beauty often helps me in these situations. But of course I'm kidding, because I didn't even meet that lady